What's up, Poppin' T fam? It's your host, Poppin' T. As usual, Poppin' T. Back for another episode, man. NFL offseason is almost over. Getting to camp. Almost less than a week out. Pop, how you feeling?
I'm ready, man. I'm so ready for football to come back. When I think about, the fact that I'm going to be able to watch the Ravens in a couple weeks and this roster in a couple weeks, I get excited. It'll just randomly pop in my head, and I'm like, oh my God, I get to watch this team play football
So excited.
in a couple weeks.
And I'm finally home, bro. So I'm in Maryland for the first time in 4 years. I can go to games on Sundays. I can go tailgate at Pickles. I can go to the bar.
Don't make me jealous.
And get drunk and not have to go to workouts. I have to go to lifts, not miss the entire game because I'm in meetings all day. And I can finally watch my guys. I'm so excited, man.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
You got some tea for me today?
Yeah, man. Our third round tackle, Emory Jones out of LSU, will be out for the start of camp. He had a non-football injury, shoulder surgery back a while ago. Harbaugh said last month that he wouldn't be ready for camp, but the bigger question is will he be ready for the start of the season? So, keep it on.
This is a guy that's definitely going to be in that competition for one of those guard spots.
Definitely.
Between Voorhees and Falele and himself, Emory Jones. So it's definitely important that he gets those reps, and not getting them definitely hurts his chances at winning that job. But we're going to see once this season rolls around who that starting five ends up being.
Yeah, I'm very interested in that left guard position battle. I think the right guard is a little more locked in. I think Falele has it. I don't like that, but I think he does. So very interesting.
I don't know.
That left
he
guard.
was a fine guard last year, and I'm excited for him to take a next step.
Yeah,
so.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
But we're on here today. I don't know if y'all have seen over the last couple of weeks, the NFL execs, coaching, and scouts have been releasing their top players at each position group. For example, Roquan came in as the second best linebacker the other day. I think Jamar Chase came in as the best wide receiver. We wanted to come in here and talk about the highest paid position, the most important position, the one that everyone wants to talk about, the top 10 quarterbacks according to NFL execs, coaches, and scouts. I wanted to go ahead and read this list real quick before we kind of dive into it, talk about our feelings about this list, because I'm sure we're going to have feelings about this list.
We definitely do.
But number 1 is Patrick Mahomes. Number 2 is Josh Allen. Number 3 is Joe Burrow. Number 4 is Lamar Jackson. Number 5 is Jaden Daniels. Number 6 is Matthew Stafford. Number 7, Justin Herbert. Number 8, Jared Goff. Number 9, Jalen Hurts. Number 10, Baker Mayfield.
Just makes no sense.
All right, let's give me your instant thoughts here.
It's like as you start reading the list, obviously I already know this, I'm aware of the list, but it's like as you read the names off, and it's like once you get to that third name, and I haven't heard Lamar Jackson's yet. Honestly, when I heard the first name, I didn't hear Lamar Jackson's name yet. I'm like, but it's Pat Mahomes, so okay, cool. Then you hear the second name is Josh Allen. It's like, okay, he just won the MVP, whatever. Then you hear Joe Burrow, and it's like, how? How does that make sense? Are we still getting the guy credit off of a 2021 Super Bowl run that he didn't win the Super Bowl in? I don't get it. I know he had a great season last year. I'm not trying to take from him. But having him in front of Lamar Jackson at 4, it doesn't really make too much sense to me, man. I can't make sense of it. I don't know if maybe you can, Pop.
I definitely can't. I can't even make sense of Josh Allen, to be honest. I think that this MVP award that Josh, I think, was flukily given last year, I think that they're going to use this as a way to call him better than Lamar Jackson forever, or at least for the rest of the season, because compare the two seasons that these two guys had last year, and it's not even comparable.
No.
Like, and just because he won the award, which we all knew on that night he shouldn't have won that award, like, now Josh Allen is 2 slots ahead of Lamar Jackson, who just had arguably one of the greatest quarterback seasons of all time.
Yeah.
Blew out his 2019 season, which people consider to be like a top 10 QB season ever. Lamar's MVP award in 2019. I mean, he threw 5 more passing touchdowns in this past season and almost half the picks. Like,
Yeah.
it's not really comparable to me. Lamar's season last year and Josh Allen's season last year.
Yeah.
And
My bad. Go ahead.
And Joe Burrow, I can't even make an argument for that. I get that he has the gaudy passing numbers because he has the gaudy weapons and his defense is constantly giving up points, so they constantly have to be throwing the ball in order to keep their teams in the game. But, I mean, I just don't understand how Lamar can go out there and outduel him twice
Thank you.
in the same season, like, and you want to put him ahead of him because he threw 4 more passing touchdowns on a team that didn't make the playoffs.
Like I never get it with Lamar Jackson because it's one of the most frustrating things where it's like his standards and everybody else's standards, how they're graded, it just isn't the same. Because when Lamar Jackson had us at 8-3, 8-4, whatever it is, before he got hurt in that Denver Broncos game, he was going to go win his second MVP. He was dominating the league. The Ravens were dominating the league. He gets hurt and doesn't finish the season out and doesn't even make it within, like, I think it was the top 10 quarterback list, like, at all. Like, he was an honorable mention.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Burrow hasn't made the playoffs in 2 years.
Yeah.
And he's somehow the number 3 quarterback. I can't wrap my mind around it, man.
I mean, I could even... It's so interesting how these lists are created because I can understand Mahomes being at the top, but in terms of talent, like, I get that Mahomes has the clutch and he has the playoff success, but, like, I think Lamar's a more talented quarterback than any person on this list.
I think he's the most
including
talented
Mahomes.
quarterback in the world.
Exactly. I think he's the most talented football player in the world. And I get that we're biased fans, but look at the numbers, look at the way his seasons have stacked up. I get that he doesn't have quite the same playoff success, but he has got more than Joe Burrow. He's got roughly the same level of success as Josh Allen. Can't compare to Mahomes, but, like, if we're talking about season after season, Lamar coming out and performing, like, Mahomes has had down years. Josh Allen, the first half of his career was down years. I get that he's been able to stack some good seasons together, but he had the turnover issues, and now he has 1 season without the turnovers. And Joe Burrow is airing the ball out more than anyone in the league because his team can't play defense. So it's... I don't know.
It's one of those things... Oh, my bad, go ahead.
No, you're good.
I would say it's one of those things where it's like I was saying about moving the finish line, it's like, I don't understand. We're talking about the best quarterbacks heading into 2025, right? None of the guys above him, right, neither won the Super Bowl or was the first all-pro team quarterback. So it's like, if we're talking about the best quarterback last year was Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, we voted on that. Not we, but y'all voted on that as coaches, executives, and scouts. Y'all voted Lamar Jackson as the best quarterback in football last year.
That's a great point.
How do we go into the season? How do we skip 3-4 months to go into the season and now he's number 4 somehow? I don't get that. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like if Josh or Joe Burrow had won the Super Bowl or something like that, whatever, cool. But they didn't. Burrow didn't make the playoffs, and Buddy Boy got sent home the next week after he beat us.
Yeah.
So, and it's like, I was arguing with somebody on Twitter, and they was like, yeah, when it comes to the postseason, Or they was like regular season Lamar Jackson all day, but postseason give me Josh Allen every day. And I was like, to do what? Go lose in the AFC Championship game? Like, congrats. Like, are we gonna look back in 4 years like, oh, Josh Allen was so great. He made the AFC Championship 8 times, but never had a Super Bowl worth. That's not gonna get you.
That's not how
get
it's
you in the
talked
can.
about.
You feel me? That's not how that works. But it only works. It only works now in this time. Because I don't know, bro. If it's people trying to flip the narrative against Lamar, whatever they trying to do, but it's just like, when have AFC championships ever mattered? When has making the Super Bowl and not winning it ever mattered? Why do we still give, because Joe Burrow won the Arrowhead and beat Patrick Mahomes in January? Fucking 4 years ago. It's 2025, dog, and we're still giving him credit for something he did in 2021. I don't get it, bro. It's mind-boggling to me, man. It's like you have a guy who you come out there and makes you sweat every play. The defense, the head coach, the DC, the GM. You're holding your breath playing Lamar Jackson every time you play him. He comes out there in the national spotlight every year and dominates teams. The best defenses in the league, he dominates them, beats them. Lamar Jackson beat every playoff team last year from the AFC but the Chiefs, and he lost to him by 1 inch of Isaiah Likely's shoe. 2 through 7, Buffalo, Houston, Denver. Who else made it last year? Damn, I'm blanking. Pittsburgh and who was that? I think, I don't know. Maybe LA was
Chargers, Houston.
But yeah, we beat every one of those teams last year.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen had a cakewalk of his schedule. Like you said, Lamar beat Burrow twice last year in shootouts and showed he was the better quarterback both times because Lamar Jackson was able to make the plays with his feet that Joe Burrow couldn't. Joe Burrow was marching down the field to go put the game away and threw a pick to Marlon Humphrey and lost the game. Lamar Jackson is 6-1 against Joe Burrow in his career. We always talk about Lamar in his career against everybody else, against Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. Why don't we do the same about Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow? Why does that just not matter?
I really can't explain it to you. Like, I can understand how you could rank Mahomes better than any of these guys, but I really cannot give you any reasonable argument why you would put Josh Allen or Joe Burrow above Lamar Jackson.
Because there is none.
I just don't understand where people are coming from.
It's and I truly believe this. I always will believe this about Lamar's career. It's the fact that everybody was so wrong about him, and they're still not ready to admit it. We've seen this happen multiple times, dog. They told Burrow to go play wide receiver, then he won a unanimous MVP in 2019. He still wasn't good enough. He still wasn't quarterbacky enough. And then he went and won another one. Then after that season, after he won an MVP, at his second one, mind you, he then proceeded to throw 41 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. All 4 interceptions were drops. He almost went 41-0. He turned the ball over once every 4 games in the air. But that's not good enough. That's not quarterback. 41-4.
He's breaking records. He's breaking NFL records yearly at this point.
Dude, 4,000 passing yards, 41 touchdowns, and 900 rushing yards. What quarterback is doing that? Nobody. There's one guy on this planet that can do that, but he's somehow the 4th best quarterback in the league, bro. They're not ready to admit that they were wrong about Lamar, even with the damn contract situation.
Yeah.
NFL MVP, and nobody wanted to offer him a contract. Nobody. I understand that they were saying the Ravens would have mashed it and this, but nobody even wanted to look into it. The Atlanta Falcons, who had Desmond Ridder on their roster, didn't even want to look into it.
It's despicable.
It makes no sense to me, dog. But I love it. I love it for Lamar because I know it's fuel. I know he sees it. I know he hears it, and I know it pisses him off. But it doesn't make sense to me, man. It never will.
And because of that, I think we could talk over this point in circles for this entire episode. But I do want to touch on some other stuff. One thing that's pretty egregious about this to me is the only other thing that's really egregious to me. I wouldn't even say really egregious, but I just think Jaden Daniels being as high as he is a question mark to me. Mm-hmm. I think that it's just impossible to look at a guy coming off a rookie season and rank him that high.
See,
because
my bad. Go ahead.
It's tough because, like, it's not like any of these guys below him are like superstar, elite, like you would take them in a heartbeat for your franchise.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't think the sample size is there to already call him the 5th best quarterback in the NFL.
I feel what you're saying on the sample size. That's something I do go back and forth with myself. With Jaden Daniels and analyzing where he is, quarterback ranks, but I personally do have him 5 myself. Obviously, I know football is a team sport. There are 53 guys on a roster. There's an entire coaching staff. But if you can come in as the number 2 pick, which means you're the 2nd worst team in football, and take your team from there all the way to the fucking NFC Championship, and even though they lost, I get it, but they had 4 turnovers where he wasn't on the field. I think it was 3. I think it was 3 drives where he didn't get to touch the field, and the score had ballooned because the special teams kept turning the ball over. But, like, to come out as a rookie, 3.5 thousand yards, 25 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 900 rushing yards, 6 touchdowns, and to take a team from the number 2 overall pick to the end, he was 1 game from taking them to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
As a rookie. Like, and it's not like he was a rookie that got drafted by the 28th, 29th, 30 team where they had a roster already put together and they were just missing 1 piece. Nah, the Washington Commanders were a fucking dump. Ooh. The Commanders were a dumpster fire. There was so much of a dumpster fire that they changed ownership and they were trying to build a new stadium and they changed the brand, anything to get fans back in the stadiums. And then here comes JD5 and completely lights the world on fire.
Yeah, I do get it. I go back and forth because, like, I only have 1 guy ahead of him on this list, so I do want to double back on my point and being like, all right, it's not like I have him outside the top 10 or closer to 10. I do have him at 6 on my list, but I struggle putting him as high as I have, and even where this list is at 5.
Mm-hmm.
Just knowing that, like, okay, CJ Stroud changed people's entire perception of rookie quarterbacks.
Definitely.
And had a down year. Baker Mayfield broke records as a rookie, had a down year after that. Justin Herbert broke records as a rookie, had down years after that. So it's like, it's just tough for me to already call him like
top 5.
I mean, he's 1 below Lamar Jackson on this list. And I know we've argued for 15 minutes about how Lamar needs to be higher on this list, but he's 1 below Lamar Jackson. If you had Joe Burrow in that spot, he's 1 below Joe Burrow. Like, it's just
I feel what you're
insane
saying.
to wrap my head around.
Yeah.
And I know, like, in years past, you'd have, like, maybe you'd have Aaron Rodgers a little higher on this list, and you'd have Dak a little higher on this list.
Yeah.
But those guys had down years. Those guys are regressing. So it's like we're kind of waiting for these new guys like Jaden Daniels, like CJ Stroud, like some of these younger quarterbacks, Caleb Williams, Drake May, like Cam Ward, to really establish this next guard of even this 10 through 6 level. So it's just interesting to see going into this 2025 season that NFL execs, coaches, and scouts consider Jaden Daniels to be the 5th best quarterback in the NFL. That's just mind-boggling to me.
I agree. And let me go back real quick because you just sparked something in my mind with you saying that. I do also want to say F-bomb to whoever put Lamar Jackson at 6 because even though his consensus ranking was 4, there was somebody who placed him at 6. So I don't know who put 5 quarterbacks ahead of Lamar Jackson, but whoever you are, F-bomb to you. But go ahead and continue, Pop. That popped in my head.
Yeah. I mean, that was the only crazy thing for me.
To me, my bad. I keep doing this to you.
No,
I cut you off.
You go ahead. You go ahead.
I will say, I do have, you're kind of going through the list talking about gripes, things you kind of, Justin Herbert at 7. That's my second biggest issue.
If man.
Mr. If man. Dog, you go into the playoffs and you blow a 28-point lead to Trevor Lawrence. I don't want to see you nowhere near a top 10 list.
And then he throws 4 picks against.
Like, Doug, I know you ain't been playing with the best support staff over there, man, and you lost Keenan, you lost Mike, and trying to figure out what they're doing over there, dog. But we haven't seen nothing from Herbert in a while. That 28 point loss and those 4 interceptions, those are two big gripes for me. Especially, even though I'm not too big on Hurts, to have him over the guy who just won the Super Bowl. I know in a different situation, Justin Herbert would 100% deserve this 7th spot. I think in Philly, I think any of these guys basically on this list could take the Eagles to Super Bowl as Hurts did. But to me, I need to see it on film more from Justin Herbert before I can put him in my top 10s.
He's just such an enigma because, like, I think that he really blew it against the Jaguars, and then I think DeMeco Ryans really just knew what that offense was and was able to force a lot of turnovers out of Herbert because who's he looking at? Ladd McConkey. So let's
double white boy and figure it out.
Yeah. I don't know. That one, I don't really know how to feel about Herbert because I've always been such a big Herbert guy. I mean, the arm, the accuracy.
Yeah, like, he came out the gate hot, man. Like, the same thing we were talking about Stroud and Jaden Daniels. Like, Justin Herbert was that same caliber. He came out rookie year, 4,300 yards, 31 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
Yeah.
That's veteran stats as a rookie.
Yeah. I also think that this will be my last point on this list. I guess it's 2 points. I do agree that Jalen probably should be a little bit higher than he is. Just because he did win the Super Bowl. But I think Goff being at 8 is so tough for me because, I mean, this is a dude that just reminds me of Brock Purdy in so many ways. Like,
yeah,
like it's just system quarterback play. Like,
I feel you.
It's just so hard for me to put a system quarterback in the top 10 of NFL quarterbacks. Like,
yeah,
I get that he's a distributor in Ben Johnson's scheme, but I am expecting a very big drop off from Jared Goff this year without Ben Johnson. And this has been a guy who, like Sam Darnold, when you are able to pressure him, he's gonna have some pretty erratic play.
Start seeing ghosts.
I mean, you saw it against us a couple years ago. Like
that 38-6.
I mean, that's a prime example of it. Like, that Lions team was on fire the whole season. They were on fire all of last season too. But there's that one blip when our defense was as hot as it was that he couldn't do anything against us. So, I don't know. I just don't like seeing system quarterbacks. And I consider Jared Goff to be a very good system quarterback. One that could run Kyle Shanahan's scheme very well. One that could run the Eagles scheme, I'm sure, very well. Mm-hmm. But he's a system quarterback to me.
Yeah, I can agree with you. I personally have, instead of having Jared Goff at 8, I personally have him at 9 on my list, under Jalen Hurts, Baker Mayfield. Because like you say, he's a system quarterback. But I think quarterback play right now in the NFL is kind of like, we're at a weird spot where there are 4 really good guys. There's like 2 or 3 who are like just one step below him. And everybody else is kind of in a pool. Not everybody else, but there's a pool like 10 to 12 quarterbacks who are kind of just like, like your Jared Goffs, your Tuas, your Brock Purdy's.
The guys that you can win with, but not win because of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jared Goff is definitely one of those. So like you said, I kind of struggle putting him there. But it's just like, who else would I put in there? Like, I'm gonna put Brock Purdy there. Like, no. I have CJ Stroud at my 10. He didn't make the NFL's list somehow, some way. I don't really understand that because just a year ago we were jerking him every which way, and saying he was one of the best rookie quarterbacks we've ever seen, this and that. And people forget about the fact that Nico Collins missed time, Tank Dell missed time, Stephon Diggs missed time. and their offensive line severely regressed. And to still get that, obviously he plays in this AFC South, but he still got that team to the playoffs. So I still got to give him credit for that. I still got to keep him in my top 10. But still a down year, but I still think he's one of those guys.
Yeah. I mean, that's all I really wanted to talk about. I think that Baker gets slept on. I love his style of play, so that's why I would have him higher. But other than that, I like this list for what it is. Obviously, hate Lamar being as high as he is, but it is a tough QB landscape right now. And just like, you got your 4 elite guys, and then how do you rank the rest?
Yeah.
It's tough.
Before we get out of here real quick, Pop, let me ask you, give me a guy who's not on your top 10 list that you expect to make that jump next year.
Trevor Lawrence. I think with the new play caller, adding Travis Hunter.
I do forget he has a new coach over there now.
I mean, Liam Cohen was great last year for the Bucs.
I would say he made Baker look very good.
So I think that he can really get the best out of Trevor's traits and really elevate his play. I mean, and now he's got weapons there.
Yeah.
I'm expecting good things from Trevor next year.
I would say, I think for me, I'd have to put Bo Nix. I really liked a lot out of him rookie year. I didn't think he was going to be as good as he ended up being his rookie year, but the boy was phenomenal, and I'm very excited for what he can do in year 2.
Your Oregon bias is showing, but that was like the first name that came to my head.
Go Ducks, baby. And look out for Dak Prescott, man. People sleep on Prescott. Prescott is a very good quarterback. I don't know why people play with him the way they do. But I'm very excited to see him healthy this season. I'm just excited to see healthy again. I'm excited to see everybody back, a fresh new start in the new season, and just see where the hell we go from here. But that's a wrap from us today, man. I appreciate y'all listening with us. Hope to have another episode out to y'all soon. We're very excited about this season and the content coming out to you guys. So stick with us, and hopefully the Ravens win the Super Bowl, baby. Go Birds, go Flock, and we'll see y'all soon.